Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've got someone very, very special here at the venue today. He's, I can say, he's 94 years of age. He's, he's a Hall of Famer 40 times over. His name, Freddie Williams. I saw him last week at the big V&V do at last Saturday afternoon. Freddie, it was a great afternoon and great to see you.
Thanks very much, Trey. Thank you very much. Lovely to be here with everybody. This is still a wonderful venue. Always has been. It brings the best out of the best, doesn't it?
You're 94 years of age, mate.
Next February, not yet. I don't want to get there too quick.
93 then. You'll certainly see 94. Mate, you've seen a lot of water, a lot of skiing, circuit powerboat racing in those 93 years.
Yes, we've raced with Rage. That was our boat. I've just handed it over to my son. He owns it now. And we won every race in Australia pretty well other than the Griffiths Cup in our day. And Wayne Jones drove it for us, and so did Billy Newton, and a number of other young fellas had a run in it, you know. But it was a very good boat in its day, and we've just brought it back into the racing mode, but we've got a cabin on it and a blower, and we can't run in any of these races where it's like.
Yeah, bit unfortunate.
Nah, never mind. I'll probably save a lot of money.
You've seen a lot of change over the years, Freddie.
Oh, I'll say the boats have changed completely. Although Rage is 55-year-old and still run pretty well with a lot of these boats here now if we put a bigger motor in it.
Okay.
It handles very well.
Yes.
But the thing is that we've noticed so much. I think really now with the power that we're getting in our boats, that we've got to build bigger boats to suit the power we're going to run. It's just we're on the limit right now. And after this, I think you should start looking at a new type hull, something. Somebody's got to come up with something that can handle the horsepower. And if you're going to go any further.
So you really think the elastic band has been stretched as far as it can go?
Yeah, you want 2 or 3 more elastic bands and a bit more glass.
Your skis and ski racing?
Well, we built the water ski race. I used to take the team to America and England and had plenty of arguments with the Yanks because they used to change the rules on us when they lost. But we got over that pretty well. But we created a lot of friendship throughout the world. I used to lend Rage to the Americans when they come here.
Yes.
And we'd change engines for them. I wouldn't run the big engines, but we'd change engines for them. And when we went to America, they lent us their boats.
Okay.
And it made a good, we become a good relationship to the Yanks and us.
With the Americans, did we surprise them?
Oh, we surprised them when we took some of our boys over there, especially when Woodsy went over there. He never got beaten. The only time he got beaten, he stopped there for 6 months. And the only time he got beaten, the boat broke.
Okay.
And he was a very good skier. Well, we've had a lot of wonderful skiers, our skiers, in tournament and in ski racing. But we're coming to a point where everything's changing, you know, and we've got to do something with the ski racing too to probably bring the power down and the boats, the speed and the length of the line they're using and the length of the skis in the narrow rivers and things like that. There's a lot to be done, and it's got to be done properly.
Yeah, yeah. We've unfortunately seen some accidents, stroke incidents over the last 10 or so years,
Yeah.
and the sport's had to take a step back and have a really good think about where we're heading.
That's right. But when you stop and think, with all the tournaments and all this powerboat racing and sailing, I used to do a lot of sailing too, but in all that, we still don't get a lot of deaths really compared with other sports.
Yeah.
And so we're pretty lucky there. But even so, we've got to make it safer.
Okay. Things like the National Drivers' Championship, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's good. Some don't like it, some do, and I sit on the fence on that one.
Okay. But
I'd like to be in it, that's all.
Jealousy's a curse, Fred.
Yeah.
But isn't it good that we can take, the series to each state,
Well, it's good to see all these people together. It was good when the Yanks come out here and we give them a little bit of a larrapin.
Yeah, bit of a towel up.
Showed us how different type of boats we're doing, but really, we did copy a lot of their stuff.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be where we are without the Yanks in their engines and boats and things like that. But I'd love to get back into manufacturing boats and things myself, because a lot of things I can see that would be lovely to build. I'd love to be a big GP hydro.
Right.
And but we had the staff and that to do it. We had all good tradesmen and everything like that. But in those days, we didn't worry too much about that sort of thing. We just worried about water skiing mainly.
Right.
And wetsuits, we did a lot of that stuff. And I did a lot of sailing. We did the Hobart race a few times, and that's very scary if it's a bad day. You're falling off 50-foot waves and the mast's going to go through your boat. You don't know where you are.
Yeah.
You think you're in World War III.
Yeah. You probably, what we see out here today, you think's dangerous, but you talk about Bass Strait and the like.
It can be bad because you can't get out of it at all.
That's it.
Once you're there, you're there. But you become immune to it after a while.
Okay.
It's like anything else, you know.
Yeah.
If you're there long enough, you become part of it.
We see a bit of
But
movement.
it's lovely to see all these boats here today, and the wonderful achievements some of these boys have done with their boats and their boats with what they got. A lot of money involved. But I'm just sorry to see them break like they do.
What's the boat that's really caught your eye today, Freddie?
Oh, I thought our Tasmanian boy looked pretty good. And I like the Ramsey boat. That looked good too.
The Reckless boat, and
Reckless.
of course Outlaw from Tassie.
Reckless and Outlaw. I like Madness very much. They're very good friends of mine. I don't know what happened to her today, but I thought he might have been pussyfooting, but I don't think he was really in the end. She was popping and carrying on. I hope they got another engine there, because it's a good boat too. But congratulations to everybody, and I hope they have a lovely, safe meeting. And it's a pleasure to be here with you all. Thank you very much.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for the legendary Mr. Fred Williams. Thanks, Freddie.